Your name, please, agency.
This is Sasha from the Daily Mail. People are now angry with the delay of reaching the crash site. Are investigators entirely at the mercy of the ground forces in Ukraine, or is there any other options? And also, now since we feel investigations are in jeopardy, will Malaysia hold Russia and Ukraine accountable for this?
We are very concerned about the work at the site. We need to retrieve the human remain as fast as we can. There's a reason why we immediately dispatched our team there. They have reached there early this morning, and we hope that we can enter the site as promised by the Ukraine government. Ukraine government has assured us of a safe corridor to enter the site. So to expedite the matters, there's a reason why I will go to Ukraine this evening and hope that I can assist and expedite the matters.
Yes, please.
Sri Faizal dari Panama, soalan saya lebih pada pasukan penyiasat. Adakah kita dah dapat kebenaran dan apakah status kini daripada pasukan penyiasat kita boleh masuk dalam masa terdekat?
Pada masa sekarang?
Ya.
Pada masa sekarang kita belum boleh masuk lagi ke kawasan kemalangan tersebut. We haven't got access to the site, the accident site. So we are appealing to the authorities. They have to clear the site, and we need the support of the world to ensure that the site are not tampered. We must have the full access to the site. We must ensure that those evidence at the site are not tampered, and we also hope that we can ensure that justice can prevail.
All right. The gentleman here, third row. Could somebody please pass the mic, please? Thank you.
Good day, Dr. Sri. This is Manan from Panama. What is the status of the black box? Can you confirm if the black box is now with the Russian pro-Russian separatists? Can you confirm that, since most of the foreign media has reported that? And also, aside from getting into the crash site, what are the challenges facing the investigation team there? Thank you.
There is no confirmation on the black box. We have to counter-check on the details. So as of today, we have to counter-check this detail. And we hope that we can assist the search and also the recovery at the site as soon as possible. That's why our team are there, and I'm going there so that we can quickly retrieve the remains human's body. Yeah.
Yes, lady there, number 4. Please could somebody pass the mic over to her, please. Thank you very much.
Datuk Sri, Vadini from The Sun. Malaysia Airlines has released a statement saying that MH17 filed a flight plan to request to fly at 35,000 feet through the airspace, but this wasn't allowed. Do we know why it was not allowed? And my second question is, OIC was prevented to enter, so what will Malaysia do if we are continued to be prevented from entering the site?
First, I must mention that the areas the flight, we are supposed to fly at 35,000 feet, but the air control tower asked us to fly at 33,000 feet. So I think we have to obey the control tower directive, and that is the decision. And always within that kind of airspace, that is under the air control tower jurisdiction. So if they not allowed us to go to the site, I think this is inhumane. we are looking at on the humanitarian ground. That's why we are calling the United Nations to assist the ceasefire, and also to ensure we are asking the Ukraine authority to ensure us the safe corridor to the site. And this must be done immediately. It must be done fast so that we can retrieve the human bodies as soon as possible. It's critical. There's a reason why the Malaysian government now is sending me to Ukraine. I hope that we can expedite the work as fast as possible.
Yes, please. Seri bagi saya bertiga. Itu betul ke? Pas ataupun good flight tu tersasar sedikit 45 km jauh sedikit dan antara tempat disebabkan ada satu laporan mengatakan bahawa pilot sendiri ingin ada lepas tu ada hurricane dan nak mengelak ada hurricane tersasar 45 km away from that.
Ya, Captain Nizam akan jawab.
The flight path, the MH17 did not deviate from its flight plan route. There were aircraft, Malaysia Airlines aircraft before that. We confirmed there was no hurricane at that vicinity, and even the aircraft behind it. Yes, there's no weather activity. Yes.
Saya nak jelaskan juga bahawa laluan tersebut dengan laluan yang dikatakan bahaya, jaraknya lebih kurang 100 km away. Memang jauh. Kalau kita lihat bahawa kawasan yang diberi amaran adalah kawasan yang di sebelah selatan, laluan kita adalah laluan di sebelah utara, 100 km jauh bezanya.
I also like to add, before MH17, there's a Thai international aircraft flying in that area. Uzbek, there's Singapore Airlines as well on the same route.
Yeah, as I mentioned earlier, there are more than 15 flights, airlines from the Asia Pacific region using that route. So it is what we call a very busy highway. Just like we are talking about highway. I'm traveling from Kuala Lumpur to Singapore. The highway is clear. The highway is safe. I'm driving down to Singapore. Then halfway, the bridge collapsed, and I'm the victims. So can you blame me on that? So we are actually traveling at the route approved by the ICAO and also the Eurocontrol Tower.
At this moment ada tak misal tu ada siapa yang menyatakan mereka bertanggungjawab, Russia or Ukraine itself?
Kita sekarang yang paling penting kita nak pastikan siapa yang menembak kita. Who actually shot Malaysian aircraft MH17, and that's the truth that we want to know, and we want and we demand justice.
Okay, we go on to the next question, please. Yours at the back there, please. Children, could you please? Just pass the mic over, right? Yes, to the gentleman. Yes.
Thank you, Datuk Seri. My question is directed
Your
to
phones, could you?
my name is Nigel. I'm from Malaysia Gaming. My question is directed to Captain Nizam. I know that the MAS has said the route is safe, but did MAS take any proactive measures knowing that the conflict is there? Did any MAS pilots prior to the incident propose any changes as a proactive action, preventive action?
Okay, we are aware of the tweets and through social media with regards to pilots reporting and reverting to us with regard to route dangerous. The accusation is false. There was no report from our pilots. Malaysia Airlines flies our aircraft and anywhere, any part of the world seriously, and safety is paramount to us. So those routes were validated and we ascertained that it is safe to fly.
Yes. Other back there, please. The third one, yes.
Hi, I'm Celine from Awani. Just to check to get on record, the MH was supposed to fly at 35,000 feet, right? But was instructed to fly at 33,000 feet, just 100,000 feet above the restricted airspace. Just want to get on record is this a normal thing to do, to fly so low towards the restricted area? Maybe, okay, and also secondly, the ICO said that it's not their job to warn about dangers of missiles. It's a duty of individual nations. So has maybe Malaysia came up with such advisory over this airspace?
I'll answer the first portion with regards to altitude. Yes, all operators will file the aspirated altitude they want to fly. For this example, at that position, Malaysian Airline 17, we plan to fly at 35,000 feet. However, when the aircraft is at the location, there are other traffics, right? That the air traffic control that Ukraine is managing doesn't permit Malaysia Airlines 17 to climb to 35,000 feet. So the next best altitude, they were given 33,000 feet, which is above the altitude which is they were not allowed to fly. So that's how they end up at 33,000 feet. And with regards to
on your second question, ICAO is the highest policy-making body in the civil aviation. They set out the standard and recommended practice in the 19 annexes that they produced under the Chicago Convention. So each country, each of the air navigation service provider, if there's any conflict, any dangerous situation on ground, then they are responsible to come out with a notice to airmen to warn the industry that there are certain areas that have any conflict or any dangerous situation. So it's up to them. But this country must comply to the protocols of the ICAO.
So ICAO is the international authorities overlook into the whole airspace policies. So the air control tower is actually the one who ensure that whether any aircraft can use the routes. So once it's cleared, before the aircraft can take off, they must have a clearance from all the air traffic control tower. And as long as it's cleared, then only the aircraft can take off, and it is approved routes, as I mentioned yesterday.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's for the local media. Now we'll go to the international media. Yes, please, we'll start with you.
Thank you. I'm from Xinhua News Agency of China. My question is, what kind of measures will be taken to ensure the investigation work to be fair and objective?
We are asked for an independent investigation team, and we actually we are invited by the Ukraine authority to send in the accredited experts, and we have sent in 2 persons to help in the investigation. So we hope that the investigation into this tragedy can complete as soon as possible.
Yes, please, the gentleman behind there. Yeah.
Mr. Siva from Reuters. Just to follow up on that ICAO question, I understand what is being said here, but several other airlines from other countries diverted out of their own will. They said that they will not fly over this particular route or this particular area. Korean Air, for example, Qantas, and others. So my question is, did Malaysia come up with anything that would warn its airlines not to do it? Malaysia Airlines come up with anything that would give them any warning? Are you planning to set up anything that would give you early warning that would allow you to not fly over any area that's not secure? Because in this instance, while you say that some airlines did fly, others avoided it because the security people said that that's not safe.
First and foremost, Qantas doesn't fly that route, right? Because they fly to Europe via Dubai.
They have one flight there.
Correct. And Korean airline, it will be non-economical for them to fly that route because it's a direct, it's going south and going back to Korea.
There are other airlines which
Correct. Correct.
avoid it as well.
Correct. Those decisions are made based on threat analysis of each individual airlines, right? For Malaysia Airlines, our threat analysis says it is safe.
So you conducted your own threat analysis?
All airlines conduct their own threat analysis.
And it was safe?
Yes.
And what about the Malaysian government?
Yeah, more importantly, we are also guided by the ICAO. We are guided also by the country concerned. The authority in every state will advise the Malaysian government. So as far as we are concerned, we abide by the international rules.
Yes, your question, please, sir.
John Sparks, Channel 4 News. If you were guided by your own threat analysis on that route, then did you make a mistake allowing MH17 to fly over eastern Ukraine?
I believe
accept that you made a mistake.
No, I believe we did not make a mistake. The notice to airmen was published at position tarmac on Alpha 87. Restriction is surface to 32,000 feet. We found for flight 35,000 feet, and the air traffic control gave us 33,000 feet.
Yes, gentleman, please.
Thank you. Mark Stone from Sky News. We understand that your Prime Minister has spoken to the Russian President Vladimir Putin. Can you give us a sense of how that call went, any of the content of that call? And can you also convey, if you can, the mood of the Malaysian people as you come to terms with another catastrophe so soon after MH17?
Yeah, Malaysian Prime Minister Datuk Seri Mohamed Najib take a proactive action to ensure that we can recover the human bodies as soon as possible. This is a tragedy for us, and we are taking a lot of actions to ensure that we can recover the human remains. So my prime ministers have contacted many leaders over these 2 days, including Ukraine Prime President, and as I said, Mr. Putin. And most important, in the conversation, we have emphasized that we are appealing to the world to ensure that we have a safe path to enter the accident site. We wanted to retrieve the human remains as soon as possible. It's very critical, it must be done immediately. So the clear passage for our people, our team to move in. And there's a reason why. And my Prime Minister also called Mr. Ban Ki-moon, we called David Cameron, called many world leaders to give their assistance so that we can actually have a clear path, a safe site to enter the accident zone.
The world's eyes appear to be on Russia and on Vladimir Putin. Did you get the assurance, did your Prime Minister get that assurance from Vladimir Putin that access to the site and the help of the Russian government will be given?
They are trying their level best to assist Malaysia to ensure that we have a safe site.
Okay. All right, we'll go on to next, please, right in front here.
Tom Phillips from the Daily Telegraph from the UK. So if the people behind this act of aggression, as you said, were here in front of you now, what would be your message to them? What is your message to the people who committed this outrage?
I think we have to appreciate life. It's crucial that we must respect life. We shouldn't take life for granted.
How do you feel about those people? If they were here to you, what else would you say?
We must stop violence in this world.
Sorry?
Stop violence. It's inhumane to shut down and commercial aircraft.
How do you feel about those people?
It's very painful. We are very sad. We are angry over these matters.
All right. We'll move on. Yes, please.
Hi, Jason from the Wall Street Journal. Before today, the Prime Minister, as well as Mr. Yishun just earlier, has refused to apportion blame, and you said just now that it appears, it appears MH17 was shot down. Does it mean that Malaysia accept that MH17 was shot down by a missile, and do you accept this explanation? Is this the official position?
Yeah, before the investigation completed, but we want the truth. As I have said, Malaysian government want the truth to these accidents, to these incidents. And as from all the sources coming back, the information coming to us that it appears that it has been shot down. It's a missile shooting down the plane.
So so the government accepts this explanation that it has been shot down by a missile.
There's a reason why we want to expedite the investigation, and we want to bring justice to the people here, and we demand justice to be done.
All right, one last question. Yes, the gentleman there. Yes.
Hi, Datuk. Could we know the location? Han from Bloomberg News. Could we know the location of Ahmad Jawhari right now?
I mentioned in my statement just now, Ahmad Jawhari now is in Kiev, and he's been there a few days to help and assist the whole operations. So I'll be going there, and we hope that we can assist the Ukrainian government in recovery the human remains.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on.
CCTV. Yeah, CCTV.
You're from?
Seri.
That will be the last question for the day. Your question, please, sir.
Yes.
Let the mic come to you.
Okay, thank you. I'm from China Central Television, and I've heard that Prime Minister of Malaysia has just now met with the next of kin of the victims, and do they reach some outcomes, and when will the families get the compensation?
Yeah, we are sad over this incident, and the Prime Minister's visited the next of kin and give assurance to the next of kin that Malaysian government will give all the assistance possible. There's a lot of requests from the next of kin that we hope they can retrieve the human bodies as soon as possible. We need to recover the human remains from Ukraine. So there's a reason why we are doing our level best now to go to Ukraine and expedite the matters.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that's the session for today. Thank you very much.